The reason the Explorer chassis isn't in the garage is because I borrowed this trailer so that I could go get the front end for the Explorer chassis from a U-pull before it gets any colder. And I was gonna go get that front end today, but it's really cold outside, so I wussed out. I'm gonna wait till this weekend when it'll be a little bit warmer. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is, you see this right here on this trailer? Well, the last person to borrow this trailer somehow managed to rip this bracket off of here that holds the gate on. I have no idea how they managed to do that. I don't think I could do that if I tried, but they did. So while I have it here, again, it's not my trailer, I'm borrowing it, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw another piece of angle iron on there to fix that. I think it's always best practice to give things back in a better shape than you got them. And mostly it's for selfish reasons. One, they're going to let you borrow their stuff more if it's in better shape when you give it back. Like, for example, if they let you borrow your truck and you give it back washed, well, they might be more likely to let you borrow it next time. But the other reason is I don't like owing anybody any favors. So while the person I borrowed this from isn't going to expect anything in return, if I fix it for them, then I feel like we're even, and down the road, I'm not going to owe them anything. So it turns out I happen to have some of the exact same square tubing, 2-inch square tubing that they used on the trailer sitting in my garage. So let's use this. That's at least how I look at it. I always want to leave stuff better than how I got it, and it's pretty easy for me to just cut a piece of angle and weld it up, whereas they don't have a welder or the skills to do it, so I might as well just go ahead and do it. So that's what I'm going to do today, and then this weekend I'm going to pick up a front end for the Explorer, so that's what I'm going to ultimately be using this for. So let's go. See, that is what it's supposed to look like. And instead, it looks like that. Careful when you're using cutoff wheels. You never know when they're going to do that. Luckily, I don't take the guards off my cutoff wheel, so nothing happened, but it could have been bad if I didn't have a guard on there. And that was a pretty new wheel too. Just one mistake and it does that. There's a discussion that has come up for me a number of times, and that discussion is electric tools versus pneumatic tools. Now, I tried to do everything I could to drill this hole with my electric drill press. It's a cheap press, but it did not have the torque to do it. I got about a quarter or halfway through, and then it'll just stall out no matter how light a pex I take at it. So, times like these, it's better to swap to my good old air drill. Now, this drill wasn't exactly more expensive than, say, that drill press. It wasn't that expensive at all. It was the economy one on McMaster, which ended up being Ingersoll Rand, which is nice. I just order whatever McMaster has because I trust them to have reasonably decent tools. So I ended up with an Ingersoll Rand, the economy drill, and this thing has way more torque than any of those electric ones that I've used that are anywhere near the same price range. I'm sure you can get electric ones that will do what this one can do, but for the price, pneumatic tools just have a lot more power and they're a lot lighter for the price. And that's why you'll see me use a lot of pneumatic tools. So let's see if this can do what my drill press couldn't. Oh, there we go. I was able to drill the hole. Got a little bit warm, but it drilled it. So, price per pound. Big fan of pneumatic tools. Usually you'd have a way better chance of doing something like this with a drill press than with a hand drill, but in this case, hand drill went out, so. I'd like to have electric tools. They come in really handy because they're portable and you don't have to run a cord to them and all that. But if I could only have one, I'd pick a pneumatic every time. Now my second tool of each tool variety I have will probably be electric though. These cuts aren't half bad for being freehand with a angle grinder. My girlfriend used to tell me that I wasn't allowed to cut anything for any project she made because I wasn't good enough with the angle grinder. I wonder if I'm good enough for her now. Gotten a little practice. All right. Picking up what I'm putting down here. So this will take a little bit of shaping to make it work. It's hammered on with a hammer a little bit. But with that there, and that there, we should have a fixed trailer. Like it never happened. So let's get the welder out. All right, that's the hole in the frame fixed, so next we just gotta put the latch back on it, and that'll be that. A little bit of paint, be all done. Well, I think I might have blown a breaker. What do you think? Is welding okay? Let's go get the lights turned back on. Well, that was fun. See, the thing I sometimes forget about working in a garage like this is I don't get to have my heater and my welder at the same time. Gotta turn one of them off. So heater's off now, hopefully it'll go okay. I also had this at 125 amps on the 120 volt setting, and that's about full bore for it. If I blow another breaker, I'm just gonna have to plug in the 240 volt cord. All right, there it is, all welded up. It's not perfect, but I'm not a welder. Only thing left to do is paint it. Well, paint's still wet. There it is. All finished. I know this video was a little bit different, but let me know if you liked this style of video. The next video is going to be another Cummins Explore video. I just figured I'd bring you guys along since I was doing this anyways and it was too cold to do the next part of the Explorer, but next video will be about my Cummins Explorer project, so if that's something you like to see, then subscribe and stick around. Let me know if you liked this style of video and what you thought of it. Remember to leave things better than you found them. At the very least, so that you don't have to feel like you owe anybody anything. That's the biggest reason that I have that philosophy anyways, so thanks for watching.